What is up, guys? It's your boy Reality Spin. We got a little bit of a different video this time around. Gonna try my hand at making their tier list. What kind of tier list? Well, I mean, unless you're blind, which shout out to anyone who's blind and also watching. We got a Paper Mario partner tier list. Now, some quick rules, or not rules, but some quick, I guess, standard, whatever, guidelines. There you go. I'm only doing the partners from Paper Mario 1. I'm going to be ranking them. This is going to be my opinion. Let's keep that in mind. I'm going to be ranking them based on how fun the character is and how their personality is throughout the... I'll say throughout the game, because I know that depending on who you have out, you can have different voice lines from them or whatever the case may be, so it does show off like a little bit of their playstyles. So I'm going to rank them based off of that. I have played the game a bunch, so I'd like to think that I have a pretty good idea of what the characters say in like some of the different situations. I can't quote them off the top of my head though, but I have a decent idea of how they act. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. I got some music queued up to keep the background lively. This is one of my favorite songs from the game. We'll go ahead and start. So I got all the characters here at the bottom. I'm going to organize them real quick by when you get them, so we can do it that way. Goombario, Cooper, Bombette, Piracy, Bo, Watt, Sushi, and Lackluster. Okay. So we'll start off with Goombario. So Goombario, prototypical Goomba party member in this game and in Thousand Year Door. I'm gonna make a couple references to Thousand Year Door, so you'll forgive me for that. Both great games though. So he's pretty standard. He starts off as like a huge Mario fan, literally like fucking Goombario. Nintendo, you're not slick. We know what you're doing there. Pretty standard. But he does come off as being like a kid kind of coming into his own, if you will, a Goomba. I'll say, like, because you do get to know his family, and you do interact a little bit with like his parents, even like his little sister. So it's pretty cool. There's nothing that like stands out to me about Goombario. He's got a hat, which is cool. I also like wearing hats, so that's dope. So I think for now we'll put Goombario in the good category. I think we'll put him there. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good place for him for now. Next, let's move on to Cooper. Cooper is one of my favorite party members that you get in this game. Probably because he's covered in blue, and that's like my favorite color. I also like there's an interaction that you have with him when you first meet him, where he like loses his shell because there's a whole bunch of fuzzies in his neighborhood, and they're fucking shit up. And then at first he's like, hey, can you help me out or whatever, and then you go help him out with the fuzzies. And once you fuck up the fuzzies, he shows up and he's like, no, Mario, I gotta stand up for myself. Like, fuck these fuzzies. If I don't do it, who's gonna do it, right? Literally. So I do enjoy that interaction that we have, and it shows like that he has like kind of a little bit of a like a fuck the shit side to him. So he's definitely one of my favorite characters. His abilities are also pretty cool. I didn't really touch on Goombario's. I'll do that real quick afterwards. But it's a regular shell toss, and then he can hit multiple enemies. Obviously, he does also get a fire shell, which looks pretty dope. And he gets a dizzy shell that I didn't really use much in the games because I didn't find too much of a use for it. I know there's like a few enemies that are like susceptible to it, but regardless, the fire shell's dope. The fact that he can attack all the ground enemies is also dope. Cooper, for me personally, awesome tier. He's dope. He's awesome. Definitely one of my favorite party members. Now we move on to Bombette. Bombette's another cool party member. There's not many party members that I don't like in this game. You meet her in the Cooper Brothers Fortress. She's like trying to break out with like a whole bunch of bombs. She's kind of got a little bit of sass to her. When you first meet her, she's like, I'm a menace to society. And I did enjoy that. That was pretty cool. That was a nice little interaction that we had with her. She got thrown into jail because she like blew up in the face of one of the Cooper brothers, and they threw her ass down there. That was pretty funny. And her abilities are very useful. She's got like a regular body slam ability. This song is not it. Hold on. No. Oh, perfect. All right. So yeah, she's got a body slam ability, which is pretty just like, you know, a standard just like hold attack to do or whatever. She also has her actual bomb ability, but that only attacks like one enemy, but it still does like a buttload of damage, and it helps out with like a bunch of enemies in the area that you get her for the Koopa Brother Fortress. And then she's got a power bomb, and she gets like a mega bomb ability to like attack all enemies, because I think power bomb is only like ground enemies. A little pricey, like I remember those being a little pricey for the FP power, but like in terms of personality and some of the responses that you get, she could get pretty sassy with some of her responses, so I like that because, you know, personality is dope. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Bombette in the great tier. She's a great party member. I'm not like, you know, head over heels for her as a party member, but she's definitely dope. She's awesome, and in combat she's very useful. So we'll move on to the next one. We have Piracy, or Paracari, whatever you prefer. I call him Paracari. Meet him in the dry outpost. He's a mailman. You actually see him at the beginning of the game as well, and he was definitely one of the party members I used a lot in this game because his abilities were awesome abilities. His regular ability was just like a regular like dive, who would like dive at the opponent. Then he had a shell shot ability that you could like aim and hit an opponent for like a buttload of damage. His first upgrade ability was called like airlift, some shit like that. Hold on, I have it pulled up here. It's like airlift, something where like he literally just like picks up. Yeah, it's an airlift. There you go. He just lifts the enemy out of battle, which is funny in some situations, but it's also like you don't get any star points for it, I don't think. Which is, which is like, it's not, you know, it's not like crazy useful. But his last ability that you get, air raid, that's where he like fucking goes ballistic across the entire map, attacks all enemies, and it's super useful in battle. And Paracari is like, in general, he's kind of just like a mailman. Like he doesn't, I don't really, there's nothing else like after that. I don't, you know, I won't say he has any like anything distinct with his personality. He does forget stuff. That's why, like, when you pick him up, he's like, "Oh, I need your help picking up all this mail," or whatever the fuck. So he's helpful. That's kind of the only personality that I remember from him. But other than that, I mean, battle wise, he's really good. So I'll put him right next to Bombette in the great tier. Hold on, this song again is not it. Next. Ooh, here we go. Let's raise that up a bit. Alright, so the next character we have is Bo. And Bo is the head of the Boo Mansion, if I'm not mistaken. You meet her when you do chapter 3. Hold on, guys. It's a little loud on my end. You meet her over in chapter 3 after you go through Forever Forest. At first she like enlists you. She kind of forces you to help her because she captures the Star Spirit, and then you have to go help her out and beat Tubba Blubba, which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Like I think she's easily the character with the most personality out of like any of the characters in this game. And then in battle, she's awesome. She like smacks the shit out of the enemy. If the enemy has defense though, she's kind of useless. She can also guard you from attacks with, I know that she has an attack where she makes you invisible. I think it's out of sight, if I'm not mistaken. And then her in-game ability, like her in-adventure ability, is pretty dope too, because she hides you, which is awesome. So I like Bo. I think she's awesome as a character, and thus I will be placing her in the awesome tier. Next we have Watt. Now, when I first played Paper Mario, I didn't really care much for Watt. You know, you got her in the Shy Guys toy box. It was really nothing. She's a baby, if I'm not mistaken. And you free her from this real creepy guy, and you know she doesn't really like. I don't really there wasn't really much in terms of like personality for her. I know she's super useful in battle because her attacks don't get affected by defense. I didn't know that as a kid, so I didn't really use her much. But in combat, her abilities are dope. She's awesome to use. She helps you find hidden stuff too, which is pretty cool. But overall, I mean, it's just, you know what, just doesn't do it for me. Out of respect for the character, I will put her and her abilities. I'll put her in the good. I'll put her right next to Goombario as good. She's definitely super useful. Like, don't let that be a testament to how useful she is in combat. She's probably the best party member to have, like, for single enemies at the very least. But she's really good. I just, me personally, just my opinion, I think she's good. So next we'll move on to Sushi. Sushi, I don't know, guys. Sushi's okay. You meet her in the Yoshi Island, which is arguably one of my favorite chapters in this game. And she's kind of like a babysitter of the Yoshis, and she gets really upset when the Yoshis like play a prank on her or whatever. So there's all that. But yeah, she just doesn't really do it for me as a character. Like, her abilities are cool. Her belly flop ability looks really nice when you do it. She's got the squirt thing where she like shoots a ray. She literally just shoots like a water gun at the enemy. She can help you out with like water block for defense purposes, and then she also has the tidal wave, which I'm not gonna lie, the tidal wave is very cool, and it's also very useful for the boss of that chapter too. But just overall, I don't like her character. It's very, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me, guys. I'm sorry to say, Sushi is going in the meh tier, so she's staying right where she is, unfortunately. Yeah, guys, she just doesn't do it for me. I mean, she's cool, but it's hard to find a partner in this game that's not useful in some way. But she just doesn't do it for me. And you can swim around with her, which is very useful, I'll admit. But nah, stay in the meh tier she goes. Now, on to our last party member. We got Lester, the last party member you get in the game. You get him in Flower Fields, another great chapter with some great music in it as well. Lester as a character, I would say he has he's right next to Bo in terms of personality. He comes off as like a cocky kid when you fight him at first, because you have to fight him before spoilers, by the way. This whole video's been full of spoilers, I'm sorry. But he comes off as like a cocky kid once you fight him, and then afterwards he's like, alright, just put me out of my misery, whatever. And then his fucking girlfriend shows up, and there's a whole cutscene that like shows their relationship or whatever. And it's pretty funny, honestly. And when I first saw it, I thought it was pretty funny, and every time I see it afterwards, I still get a kick out of it. But he definitely has the most personality. Heck, he starts off working for Huff and Puff, and then he changes his like mindset on everything, and he wants to join Mario on his adventure. He asks Mario like what he's doing everything for. You can give some cheesy response like world peace or some shit like that, or you could just ask him why he calls himself like Spike as well, because he has like a nickname too. So Lester definitely has like the most personality, like right next to Bo, out of all the characters. So that's something that I could definitely appreciate. His abilities in game aren't anything special. He could throw a spike at people. There's a spike attack where he can attack like all the enemies too. And I think when you upgrade him, he has a cloud that can like help you dodge enemies more often. And I actually don't remember what his last ability was. I know I have them pulled up here. Let's see. Oh yeah, Hurricane, where he blows enemies out of battle. Yeah, no, that's not useful either, because if you blow the enemies out of battle, like sure, you can do that, but you don't get any star points if I'm not mistaken, which kind of defeats the purpose. So Lester, personality-wise, he's great. He's awesome personality-wise. He definitely has the most personality right next to Bo. But like in-game usage, it's kind of meh. So I will put him in the great tier. He gets brought down a little bit because of his gameplay stuff, but other than that, he's a great character. I do love Lackluster. So that's pretty much all the partners too. You know, not too bad, I would say. So we got in the awesome tier, we have Cooper and Bo. In the great tier, we have Bombette, Piracy, and Lackluster. In the good tier, we have Goombario and Watt. And then in the meh tier, unfortunately, we have Sushi. This, obviously, guys, just remember this is my opinion, so don't take it up the ass. Let me know what you guys think about the characters, though, too. I'm a huge fan of the Paper Mario series, up until Super Paper Mario. After that, I stopped playing the games for obvious reasons. It just wasn't, you know, it wasn't what I enjoyed about Paper Mario, but Paper Mario 1 is awesome. Nostalgia trip for me. I love it. I'll play it till this day. I will play it. So let me know what you guys think about the tier list. Let me know who your guys' favorite characters in this game were. Who did you use the most? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out the other ones. Gonna have a bit more diversity coming through with the content because I want to try out a few different things and see how it goes. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next one, okay? Take care, everyone.